A volcano is an opening in Earth's crust. When a volcano erupts, hot gases and melted rock from deep within Earth find their way up to the surface. This material may flow slowly out of a fissure, or crack, in the ground, or it may explode suddenly into the air. Volcanic eruptions may be very destructive. But they also create new landforms. There are more than 1,500 potentially active volcanoes in the world today. Volcanic eruptions. During a volcanic eruption, hot melted rock called magma escapes from a vent, or opening, in Earth's surface, or crust. Magma released from a volcano is known as lava. Fresh lava ranges from 1,300 to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, 700 to 1,200 degrees Celsius, in temperature. It glows red as it flows out of the volcano's opening. As it cools, it hardens into rock. Strong volcanic eruptions throw bits of magma into the air. These bits cool into tiny pieces of rock, called volcanic dust or volcanic ash. Wind can carry volcanic dust thousands of miles away. Volcanic ash can coat the land for miles around the volcano. Steam and poisonous gases also escape from volcanoes. Sometimes these gases are mixed with ash and other hot debris. This mixture travels outward in destructive fiery clouds, called pyroclastic flows. Where volcanoes form. Earth's crust is made up of huge, rocky pieces called plates. The plates move slowly over the crust. Most volcanoes lie along the boundaries between these plates. Some of the most violent eruptions take place where the edge of one plate is forced beneath the edge of another. This forces magma to rise to the surface. Hot gases in the magma make these volcanoes very explosive. Most volcanoes of this type are found around the edges of the Pacific Ocean. This huge circle of volcanoes is known as the Ring of Fire. Volcanoes also form in places where two plates slowly pull apart. Molten rock rises between the plates as they move apart. It causes fissure eruptions, in which lava flows out over the ground. This type of volcano is common along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a mountain chain under the Atlantic Ocean. Volcanoes in the northern part of this ridge formed the island country of Iceland. A small number of volcanoes are not located along the edges of plates. They form at hot spots in Earth's crust. At a hot spot, molten rock rises from deep below the crust. The volcanoes of Hawaii are the best examples of hotspot volcanoes. Volcanic landforms. Volcanic eruptions create new landforms that are also called volcanoes. The two most common types are stratovolcanoes and shield volcanoes. Stratovolcanoes, also called composite volcanoes, are mountains shaped like cones. They have a narrow top with steep sides and a wide bottom. A crater, or bowl-shaped pit, usually lies at the top. Stratovolcanoes are made up of layers of hardened lava and ash. Thousands of eruptions left these layers over millions of years. Mount Fuji in Japan is a stratovolcano. Shield volcanoes are dome-shaped mountains built by lava flows. They are not as steep as stratovolcanoes, though they can be quite large. Some shield volcanoes that erupt under the sea grow high enough to create islands. The volcanoes of Hawaii are shield volcanoes. Sometimes the top of a volcano collapses and forms a pit called a caldera. A caldera is larger than a crater. Some calderas fill up with water to form lakes. A Sama volcano forms when a new volcanic cone partially fills a caldera. A complex volcano has more than one vent. A volcano can have more than one vent when two cones overlap one another. Or a volcano can form new vents during an explosion.